Hi, Matt and Emily.
Hi, guys.
You guys don't need any advice. Like I said in my best man speech, you know, you guys have a lot of fun. This is
Lots of bugs.
this is lots of bugs here, and you know, I'm having a few drinks here, so you guys will appreciate that. But
He is the best man, so he's clearly the best advice you're gonna get for your whole wedding. So like,
okay,
listen
so
closely.
I don't have any advice because I'm not married and I'm not even close to being married, so I don't have any advice for you. But I would say that what you've been doing so far is has been great. I know you guys are going to excel at your marriage, and just have fun. That's it.
Well, Emily, first of all, we love you to pieces.
We do.
We do. And it's hard to just give you lots of advice because life is challenging, but you guys look so happy. So I guess the best advice that I can give you is don't ever go to bed angry. Make up no matter what. Kiss each other, say you're sorry, and then go to sleep. Just never go to bed angry.
Hey, Auntie Nancy.
MJ, Matt, Mama P. I can't talk because I got my braces on, and it might have to do with the wine too.
Could be. Our first thing is, wine is good. Beer is an alternate, but wine is good.
That's right. Our advice to you, and look at the sage advice that you have here from many, many years of marriage.
48.
30, almost 2. There are going to be days and years. There are going to be years where you are going, what are we doing? But every day you need to find something to be thankful for about each other. You need to thank God every day for something about each other. And you need to tell each other what you're thankful for. That is my advice to you. That's what has saved our marriage. Every day you find something positive. Don't look at the negatives because everybody's got negatives. Find the positives and tell each other what you love about each other. Even if it's like you look good today or you worked hard today. When you don't like each other, find something good to say about each other.
Continue to choose each other, because as long as you continue to choose each other, you'll always be together. You'll be fine. That's it.
Be interested in the things your spouse is interested in, even if you don't care very much. Support them. Support them and listen and give advice when you can, but mostly listen and hear what they have to say. I would say care more about them than you care about yourself sometimes. So when you're angry, know that you love your spouse and that you care more about them than you care about your opinions on things sometimes. I think that's helpful.
We have done this. We've been here before.
Yep.
And we have a year and a half under our belt at this point.
It's not easy,
And
but it's really fun.
it is. It's a learning process as you go. And I think the best thing you can take away from today is that no matter what, and I think your vows really spoke to it, no matter what you're going through, what the other is going through, especially as you guys have distance between you for the next 2 years, just remember today, remember why you did it. It'll feel hard at sometimes, and then you get through it.
Yeah, and especially for Matt, I know my sister well enough that she's going to speak her mind all the time, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case for Matt, but definitely speak your mind. Like the only way that you're ever going to resolve or smooth things over or even get in fights is if you speak your mind. So just speak your mind. Like there's no reason not to.
I think the biggest thing we took away from marriage in the first year is that communication is essential.
Yeah.
In that if you can make it through the first year, it's honestly the hardest.
Yeah.
We can now tell you that because we're 6 months past the first year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can offer anything concrete for my 28 and approaching 29 years of being successfully not married, but you know, I think that all you have to do is you can look a lot to your friends, and you don't have to look much farther than Stephen and Anna, and look for the type of relationship that you guys want to be in, and just in constantly being dedicated to each other, and always being there for one another, and being completely selfless. And I know that's something that you guys are very strong in. But you've got friends all around you that I think can be really good examples for you.
Mama Johnson here. You guys know who I am. So this is the best advice you're ever going to get is from your own mother, Emily Johnson. Be kind, be gentle. During your years of playing soccer, when people were trying to encourage you to beat up other team members, we were working the opposite direction. You were a little on the aggressive side way back then, but you've matured into a lovely, beautiful young woman with a tender heart, and I love you. And Matt, welcome to our family. Things aren't always going to be perfect, but that's just the way life is. Brad and I have been married 36 years now, so I hope you guys make it that long and longer. So I love you both very much.
And I would say communication is huge. See so many couples in restaurants today, and all they're doing is looking on their iPhones. They're not even talking to each other. Communication is huge. A sense of humor is huge.
Yep.
Find activities that you enjoy doing together, but you don't have to do everything together. You can still be who you are, and you should be who you are. You're a blend as a couple, but you still need to maintain your individuality.
And encourage each other in those things that aren't necessarily your passions, but you give each other permission to do what they want to do, and then you find things that you love about each other every day. Every day, even when you're really mad at each other and you just don't even want to be thankful, find something good about the other person and tell them that.
And you will have those days, or
Lots
weeks,
of them.
or months, or years. End of advice.
And you listen to us, sage wisdom from your elders.
Been there, done that.
We love you.
We love you. Have a wonderful
and you're
marriage.
beautiful.
Yep. Have a wonderful marriage.
Wedding advice in my 1-year life is, just keep living and loving and doing your thing. You guys are awesome. Most importantly, go Hawks!
I was thinking about it the other night. I thought that it was actually a good allegory, if that's the correct literary device, for for marriage, right? Because I think that people should never be afraid to split the last piece into whatever you want and share it with other people, right? So you've got the last slice of pizza and you split it there. You've got the last slice of your time for the day. You're home from work, whatever. You split it and you divide it for the people that matter. And
pizza that's big.
Right, and even if it's that amount of pizza,
and I'll eat it.
Right,
I'll eat it.
People want that, and you should always reserve something in the tank.
Hey Matt and Emily, it's Mom and Mom-in-law. Just wanted to say how proud and happy I am with the both of you, and hope you guys can continue to live the life I've seen you live for the past 4 years. It's been great watching you two grow together, and I'm just really proud of how well you two get along, and really want this for you two and to be happy for you two, and just can't wait to have the grandkids come, and hope that the next 2 years you two can get through and make it through, the 2 long years of being apart. But I know you guys can do it, and it'll all work out in the end. So happy for you, love you both, and we'll be talking to you soon.
I am also not married, so we're probably the worst people to give you advice, but we are some of your closest friends, so we will try our best. I agree with the fact that, like, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Again, not married at all, even close. However, what I've seen from you guys is like a model of what I would like someday, which is very great as my cup blows over. Marriage, no matter what they say, does change things a little bit, no matter what.
Yeah.
And the whole point of it is that you marry this person for a reason. You'll have ups, you'll have downs, there'll be greats, there'll be highs, there'll be lows, there'll be everything in between. But at the end of the day, you guys did marriage, and that's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yep.
And that gets you through everything.
Don't ever slice the pizza continually down into infinitely smaller pieces, but continue to do good things with your lives.
I like that little tiny piece. I like to think he saves that little tiny piece for me.
Yeah, because you never know when people want it.
Maybe I want it. And that's what he does for me.
Keep up what you're doing, because the way you look at each other is something else, and you love each other more than anything. And I know that no matter the hard times, like, you will get through it because of the way you look at each other, which just shows how much you care about each other. So,
Right.
cheers to you two.
Right. Cheers.
Glad you found each other.
And keep,
we love you.
We do love you, and just keep having fun. Mark and Maury, separated. Signing off. Separated by a letter.
Just one. Kay and I, we're great.
Love you
You're
guys.
great. We love you.
All right. Bye.
I think it's important to communicate about a lot of things, but then after you've talked about it, making sure that you find time to connect, including physically. I think that's an important piece, for both parties at whatever time.
Yeah.
It is important. And then including, we wrote this inside, but making sure that you find time to be able to kiss one another at night and not go to bed angry if you don't get a good night's sleep. It causes lots of trouble for you and for your spouse. Making sure to find time and that there's balance for your spouse and also with work and other things too. But that doing it's important.
We're back.
We're back.
We had more.
We were walking away and we're thinking, well, we forgot a couple of things. And it's very important to say you're sorry, even when you don't mean it. That's really important.
Grit your teeth.
Grit your teeth and say it anyways.
I'm sorry. And
with a smile.
And there are going to be a lot of days when you don't feel like this, but you have to always. I've seen so many marriages fail because the person was expecting from the other person. I want this. I want this. But you always have to be the servant heart. You have to give, and you have to be the one who's willing to say you're sorry first.
Yep.
And not expect the other person to do it. Even if it's year after year, it will save your marriage. You just always have to have that servant heart and go, I am going to give. I am going to say I'm sorry. I am going to not expect. It's not about what can he do for me or what can she do for me. It's about what can I do for them. What can I do for you? And then you're going to be okay. Always give.
Given what we've gone through with the unexpected and trying to figure out sort of like where our next life step is going to be, I think the main constant that we always kind of came back to was really being there for each other, and you try and then even if you get something that you don't really want, you plan the next step. And so what are we going to do? It's never an issue of I guess we're just going to be undecided, or it's this is terrible. You figure it out together, and then even if it's not exactly what you want, you then plan the next steps, and you plan it together.
It's a journey together.
It is a journey, very much a journey
with
together.
Dan. He will be there the whole
and then maybe slightly Gus,
whether
but only
you
if
want
Paula's
it or
there
not.
too.
All I can say is that you love with all your heart, and it was very clear when I met Matt that he was the love of your life. And it's just clear that you every day tell him that you love him and that you're there for him, because you're the boss and you're always going to be the boss. So just make sure he knows that you love him even if he's not the boss every day. I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
And the other thing is, you had such beautiful marriage vows. Your readings, your scripture readings were just lovely. And I hope you have copies of those, because that is really, really wonderful advice. You know, trust in the Lord. He will help you when there's no help anywhere else.
That's right, but you got to
He
do
will
the
help
hard
you.
work too, and you got to reread those vows and go, yep, I'm gonna live by my vows.
Yeah. So, okay.
So listen to us. Sage advice.
Right.
We've been there, and we love you.
Yeah. God bless both of you.
Here's to you.
Woo!
To the bosses.
To the bosses.
Doesn't even